There were some good morning, students. Very sorry for the interruption which was caused while starting this lecture. So today we are here for Science 1 lecture, and I'm from Worli CPS English Municipal Secondary School. We'll be studying the chapter 13 from Science 1 and part 1 also, that is carbon, an important element. And you all know my name, that is Patan Arifa Khatun. So let's start with our chapter, that is carbon, an important element, chapter number 13. In this chapter, we will be studying about the occurrence, various points we'll be studying, various properties of carbon and many things about the carbon. Since the name of the chapter is itself carbon, an important element, it is really an important element for the entire chemistry also, we can say. For the entire chemistry, that means carbon has a very good role for in each and every element. In this chapter, we are going to study about the occurrence, properties, allotropes, hydrocarbons, carbon dioxide, occurrence of methane, and lastly, we'll end up with properties and uses of carbon. Got it? So today it is not possible that we'll cover all these points. Hopefully, I will cover today with occurrence, properties, and allotropes. Okay. Now let us move to the occurrence of carbon. Okay, how does it occur? So again, the same thing. These three things we'll be studying. If we'll see about the occurrence of carbon, we know that carbon is found in nature. Yes, it is a natural element. It is found in nature. Then if we'll talk about its symbol, the symbol of carbon is capital C. The atomic mass of carbon is 12. Then the atomic number of carbon is 6. Then the electronic configuration. This word is not new for you. Electronic configuration. We have studied about the electronic configuration of sodium, chlorine, also the ionic compound, that is sodium chloride. We have studied about this. So electronic configuration, you must understand the distribution of electrons in the shells of that particular element. So since the atomic number is 6, the electronic configuration is 2, 4. It means the first shell has the total number of electron, it is 2. The second shell, it is having the total number of electron, that is number 4, 2, 4. And when you will add 2, 4, it will give you 6. Then the valency. Valency also we have studied. What is meant by valency? Actually, the definition of valency is the combining capacity of an element. Combining capacity with any other element. That is actually the valency, definition of valency. Valency of carbon is 4. So we have to understand, or we will go something in deep to understand how the valency of carbon becomes 4. Since the electronic configuration is 2 and 4, it is 2 and 4. So we know that the last or the outermost orbit, it contains the 4 electrons. Outermost orbit, 4 electrons, 2 and 4. That's why the valency becomes 4. So this case will be equal. This case will be equal, or it will be the same for every element. The shell or the outermost shell of any element, and whatever the number it does have, any number like there is also a limit. There is also a limit. Only 8 electrons can be the maximum number of electron in any orbit, maximum. So whatever the number that the outermost orbit have, that will be the valency of that particular element. Clear? Then the carbon is a non-metallic element. It falls under non-metals. Carbon falls under non-metal. Therefore, we can say that carbon is a non-metallic element. Okay. The next part. This table has been given in your textbook. And what we were supposed to do, okay, whatever the things which we use throughout the day, right from morning till the end of the day, till the time we sleep. When you get up in the morning and when you start your daily routine works from morning till night, and whatever the substances, materials, the things which you use, take it your food, take it your clothes, take it your other accessories, whatever you are using, all the things you are carrying throughout the day, by which you are doing your work. We have to make the list of all those things which we use throughout the day. Everything. And then we will come to know that mostly all the substances which we use is consist of carbon. Here it is given that there are three substances given, like metallic objects, earthen or glass objects, and other substances or objects. So the first one is metallic one. They are compass box. We use it. Staircases we use. Tongs which we use in our kitchen purpose for handling anything. Then earthen glass like mirror, earthen pots also we use. The cold water matka which we use during mostly in summer and not in cities, but at our villages. Today also we use it. Earthen pots which are made up of clay and all. Then the other substances are your foodstuffs, your clothes, your medicines, fuels. Whatever the fuels which we use, we also a fuel. You can say wood is also a fuel, because when you burn the wood, we get heat and light. Kerosene is also a fuel. Diesel is also a fuel. Petrol is also a fuel. Wooden objects, any wooden object, because wooden object get burned and we get heat and light from that. So these are all the objects which we use throughout the day. But when you will go through them and when you will observe carefully, you will come to know many of them consist of carbon. Many material of them, the things which we are using throughout the day, it consists of carbon. Okay. So let us see, actually where does carbon occurs in nature. Okay. Let us see, how does carbon actually occur in nature. Carbon is found in the atmosphere, inside the earth crust, and in all living organisms. Carbon is found in the atmosphere, in the air. Carbon dioxide, gas, carbon, only carbon. It is found in the atmosphere, inside the earth crust. When we will dig the earth, when the earth will be dug to some extent or to some distance, or not more distance, take it as less also. So whatever the blackish substances you will find under the earth, it is nothing but the carbon. Along with this, carbon is also present in all living organisms. All living organisms, huh? No one is left. Whatever the living organisms are present on the earth, they consist of carbon. Secondly, carbon is present in fuels like wood, coal, charcoal, coke, petroleum, natural gas, biogas, harsh gas, etc. Carbon is present in fuels. I just now I told you about the fuels. What are fuels? The substances which on burning gives us light and heat. Which gives heat? Which gives heat? They are the fuels. So wood, coal, charcoal, coke, petroleum, natural gas, biogas, marsh gases, all they consist of the carbon. Carbon is present in compounds like carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, carbonates, CARBONATES. The half word itself consists of carbon. So definitely, undoubtedly, carbon is present in carbonates. So carbonates are which they are clubbed with some other element like sodium carbonate. So carbon is present. Sodium bicarbonate also, hydrogen carbonate, carbon is present in all those compounds also. Carbon is found in the free state as diamond, graphite, fullerenes. In free state, carbon occur in free state as diamonds, graphite, fullerene. We'll see it one by one. And the picture which you can see here, it is nothing but the same. Okay, where at which places the carbon is found. One picture is of the coal, one is of the wood, the other is one of the coal, charcoal, then it is the natural gas, and the second one is the petrol, diesel, and last one is the diamond. Okay, so this was about the occurrence of carbon. Just now I said that carbon occur in two states. In two states, carbon occurs in two states, or we can say that the occurrence of carbon is of like two types. It is the free state, other is the combined state. Free state, combined state. Free state, just now I told you diamond, graphite, and fullerene. Diamond, graphite, and fullerene. Combined state, carbon dioxide, fossil fuel, carbonates, organic compounds. Combination mean that is they combine with some other one and it is found. I told about the carbonates. Just within few 2 minutes back, I said about the carbonates. Carbonates like sodium carbonate. So carbon is combining with other element and carbonate is forming sodium carbonate. So free state, diamond, graphite, fullerene. Combined state, carbon dioxide, fossil fuel, carbonates, organic compound. Okay, this one is the important. In exam question may be asked like, what are the two states of occurrence of carbon? Free state, combined state. If you wish, you can write the examples. Okay. So after that, the second point which about carbon we are going to see is the allotropic nature of carbon. That means the properties of carbon. Allotropic nature of the carbon. But before allotropic nature of the carbon, we must have to understand what is allotropy. What is allotropy? It is a property. Let us see. And very interesting one, huh? If you'll go through an interesting one. So before moving to the, while moving to the definition of allotropy, we'll come to know that some elements in nature occur in different forms and their chemical properties are same, but their physical properties are different. Such properties called allotropy. The examples of allotropic elements is sulfur, carbon, and phosphorus. Very simple to understand. There are some elements in nature which occur in different forms. So their chemical properties will be same, but the physical properties will be different. Physical properties like their shape might be different, and chemical properties are the same. So such property is called as allotropy. So example for the allotropy possessing element is carbon, sulfur, phosphorus. Some element, again will repeat, there are some elements in nature which occur in different forms and their chemical properties are same but their physical properties are different. Such properties known as allotropy. And the example for allotropic element, carbon, sulfur, and phosphorus. So exam question can be asked like, give some example of allotropic element, define allotropy. This two type of question can come. Define the term allotropy or give example of allotropic element. Done with this? Next. Now the allotropic nature of carbon, it is also divided in two parts. Allotropy or property, this is the same, huh? This is the same. So allotropic nature of carbon, it carries or it is found in two types. The allotropic nature of carbon, it also have two different characters. Like the first one is the crystalline form and the second one is the non-crystalline form. In the crystalline form, we will be studying diamond, graphite and fullerene. And in the non-crystalline form, we will be studying coal, charcoal and coke. Two forms of allotropic carbon. First one is the crystalline form, second one is the non-crystalline form. Crystalline, crystals, particular shape, it carries a particular shape. So they are the diamond, we know that diamond have shape. Graphite will be seen in the later part. And fullerene, yes, definitely fullerene does have a proper shape. It also consists of crystals, whereas the coke, charcoal and coke, they does not consist of the crystals. Therefore, they falls under non-crystalline form of carbon. Again, some properties of carbon. Let us see about the crystalline form of carbon. Okay, what will be the characteristics or what will be the features of crystalline form? Allotropic crystalline form. Now the crystalline form will be having a definite and regular arrangement of atoms. It will be having a proper shape. The arrangement of atom will be regular. Regular means you can ultimately, when you see at it, you can say, this is a particular shape, it is pentagonal shape, it is hexagonal shape, it is triangular shape. So the arrangement of atom is for a crystalline form is such, immediately we can identify them. And we can also give them a name. It is looking like a triangle, it is looking like a square, it is looking like a hexagon. Then the crystalline form of allotropic carbon. Example also I gave you, and again also we are seeing the same. So they have high melting point, plus they have boiling point. Both the melting point and boiling point is high. They have definite geometrical shape, sharp edges, and plane surfaces. This point is discussed. Then the fourth point is carbon has three crystalline shape. Earlier also we have seen crystalline shape, the diamond, graphite, and the fullerene. Let's move with the first one, that is the diamond. First one is the diamond. Now, automatically when the word diamond comes in our mind, the picture already comes over in our mind and we start to imagine about the diamond. Yes, diamonds are very attractive and diamonds are very costly also. They are costly plus they are very attractive. है ना? So let us see about the diamond. Okay, in India, where do we find diamonds? In India, diamonds are mainly found in Golconda, Karnataka, and Panna, Madhya Pradesh. Karnataka and Madhya Pradesh, these two states, Panna and Golconda, where we find the diamonds. Diamonds are also found in South Africa, Brazil, Belgium, Russia, and America. Diamonds are also found in South Africa, Brazil, Belgium, Russia, and America. Okay, isn't it? This picture is beautiful. Both the diamonds. See, the left side one, if you could see, it is having a proper shape. Eventually or immediately you can recognize, yes, it is diamond and it is having so and so edges and it is having so and so surface. And you will see here, downside if you'll see, you could say it is looking like a triangle. Any shape which you instantly remember, you can give the shape. So this is the specialty of the crystalline substances, crystalline allotropic form. Okay, they have regular arrangement of atoms, and that is why they possess a proper shape. The right ones are also diamonds, only colorful diamonds. Okay, let us see about the structure of diamond. Okay, how diamond gets its structure. About the structure of diamond, every carbon atom is bonded to 4 neighboring atoms. See the both figures. In the left one, the red one is the carbon. The red one is the carbon. And it is having one single bond between them. That is the covalent bond. Covalent bond means single bond. Therefore, diamond has tetragonal 3-dimensional structure, which makes it very hard. Just now we have seen diamond was having the 3-dimensional structure, 3D structure. Why it is having the 3-dimensional structure, 3D structure? Because every carbon atom is bonded to 4 neighboring atoms. Har ek carbon atom, it is bonded with the carbon only. But the one, it is bonded to 4 carbon atoms. But the one is bonded to 4 carbon atom, and therefore it gets the tetragonal shape. It gets the tetragonal 3-dimensional structure, tetra, because it is having 4 carbons, tetravalency. Tetragonal shape, tetragonal 3-dimensional structure it is having because of it is sharing, each carbon atom is linked to each other by a single covalent bond, and 4 carbon are attached to one single carbon, and therefore it gives diamond a tetragonal 3-dimensional structure, and due to it, it also becomes very hard. Okay. Next, properties of diamonds. Properties of diamond. What will the properties of diamond then? Let us see one by one. Brilliant and pure diamond is the hardest natural substance. Brilliant and pure diamond is the hardest natural substance. Okay. The density of diamond is 3.5 gram per centimeter cube. The density of diamond is 3.5 gram per centimeter cube. Then the third point is the melting point of diamond is 3500 degrees Celsius. Very, very high. Melting point is also very high. The boiling point is also very high. Melting point has been given. K, it is 3500 degrees Celsius. Fourth one, when diamond is heated at 800 degrees Celsius in the presence of oxygen, carbon dioxide is given out. When diamond is heated at 800 degrees Celsius, it is also a too high temperature in the presence of oxygen. So what does it give? It gives out carbon dioxide. Fifth one, that carbon does not dissolve in any solvent because it is very hard. Its melting point is boiling point is also very high. So it does not easily or not at all dissolve in any solvent. hardest one. Any solvent, it does not dissolve. Then sixth one, acid and bases do not have any effect on diamond due to its hardest nature only. Acids, bases, or any solvent, it does not have any effect on diamond. Okay. Seventh one, diamond is a bad conductor of electricity as it does not have free electrons. Bad conductor of electricity because it is having a packed structure. It is having a packed structure and therefore it does not have moving electron. And we know when there are free electrons, moving electrons, at that time only that particular substance, it conducts the electricity. So in this case, diamond is a bad conductor of electricity. These were the properties of diamond. Next one is the uses of diamonds. This question is important one. Uses of diamond can be asked for 2 marks. What will be the uses of diamonds now? Diamonds are used in glass cutting and rock drilling machines. See, it is so hard. Okay, it is used in glass cutting also and rock drilling machines. The machines which drills the rocks, big rocks. So at such places, diamonds are used. Diamonds are used in ornaments. The very easiest one use. The easy use, which you can get directly 1 mark if you write down. Okay, diamonds are used in ornaments or jewelry also you can say. Diamonds are used for jewelry purpose or ornament purpose. Then third one, diamond knives are used in eye surgery. Third one is diamond knives. They are used in eye surgery. They are so sharp. They are so sharp and stiff it is. It is used in eye surgery. Might be to take out some unwanted material from the eyes. Then the fourth one is diamond dust is used for polishing other diamonds. Its dust is also not wasted when the diamond is cut. So dust get distributed all over the place wherever that work is done. So that dust is collected, and with that dust, other diamond are polished. Then the fifth one, or I think the last one is diamond is used to make windows, giving protection from radiation in space and artificial satellites. Diamonds are used to make windows. Which windows? The windows which are used in satellites. From the windows which are there in a satellite. And that satellite, it is march into the space. So the windows which that satellite contains of, so they are made from diamonds. They are made from diamond, and since we all know okay, it is very hard. So that windows which are prepared or which are made from diamond, they are so stiff and hard. Okay, that windows they protect the astronauts or the space persons from the harmful radiations which might come near that satellite. So these were the uses of diamonds. Hope you all understood it. And with all this part only, we have come to the evaluation part. And I will only read the questions and try to give you the answers. You just pay attention. And if you'll go through your book also, please learn these question answers by heart. So it will be very helpful for your examination. So the question number 1 is answered in 1 or 2 lines. The question 1 is, what is the atomic number and atomic mass of carbon? We have done this question. The atomic number of carbon is 6 and atomic mass of carbon is 12. Electronic configuration of carbon. The electronic configuration of carbon is 2, 4. Name the 2 states in which carbon is found. The 2 states in which carbon is found is the free state and the combined state. Then fourth one, define the term allotropy. Allotropy is some elements in nature, they occur in different forms. They have same chemical properties, but such property is known as allotropy. Name the 2 allotropic forms of carbon. two allotropic forms of carbon is the crystalline one and the non-crystalline one. What are the characteristics of crystalline form of carbon? Crystalline form, they have high melting point, boiling point. Then they have a definite arrangement of atoms, and therefore they have a proper shape. Then the structure and properties of diamond. We have seen structure of structure. It is tetragonal, three-dimensional structure, and properties of diamond. It is very hard. It is the hardest element which is found in nature, and it also have a very high high melting point. These are the properties and structure, and these questions are there in your textbook too. Then last one is the uses of diamond. Just now we have ended up with the uses of diamonds only. It is used in or for making ornaments. Diamonds is used in eye surgery. Diamonds are used for making windows of uh, satellites, and diamonds are also used for rock drilling machines, and also with that rock drilling machines and some other works also. So in this way, we have come up with the evaluation part, and this evaluation is mainly or totally dependent on today's lecture only. Whatever we have studied, we have uh, cover up in the evaluation part. I hope you all have understood, and with all this, I would like to end my lecture, and I hope every one of you, okay, you should have a nice day, and happy learning, happy online learning, and stay home, stay safe, and take care of yourself. We'll meet again in the next lecture. So we'll stop here only. Okay. Hello, Prajakta ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You have finished, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you as well.